All right, apologize about those technical difficulties. We are back, me and Joey Mace, as they like to call him, talking NFL Week 14. Mason, thank you for joining me again. How was your last
Oh yeah,
week from a betting standpoint, from a life standpoint? How are you doing today, Mason?
life standpoint, it's good, fun weekend. Betting standpoint, I didn't play too much. I had a bad week before, so I just tried to get a little bit of it back, but it was good. I went, I went all in on the Pats. Had a first, or a few first half money lines hit, so it was a good week.
And you had those first touchdown score. You had that first touchdown score
Oh
too,
yeah,
so
Damian Harris first tutty.
that was pretty lit.
Yeah,
Yeah, I had a three straight good weeks after that, like three straight bad weeks in the middle of the season. Yeah, figured it out again, back on the switched up my strategy, going like strictly straight pick. So it's really good, the right way to do it. So let's get into NFL Week 14. Start with tomorrow night. Usually we do this on Thursday night, but we got some stuff going on tomorrow. So Steelers head to Minnesota. Steelers off of a pretty impressive win versus Baltimore. It came down to literally the last play. Vikings
yeah.
obviously lost to the winless but competitive Lions. What's your take on this game?
Uh, that's a
I agree
tough Vikings loss, you know.
with that too. The like,
Yeah, but that is how you feel about this game. I feel like it'll be kind of gross game, very like average football game to watch.
mhm.
But I don't know if I like any team more than the other. You know, Vikings like it's a big bounce back spot, but for the Steelers they're kind of riding high. But maybe just because it's in Minnesota, it could help them out.
Yeah, I
But I
agree
don't
with
really
you.
like it.
I feel like whichever team dictates the pace of the game early. If the Steelers do that, keep it slow pace, ground and pound, let their defense do the work, and the Vikings want to score, whichever team can dictate the pace early, I think will have the advantage and ultimately win the game. And I'm probably gonna have to go with Minnesota just based on the spot. Bad loss, emotional win for the Steelers back at home in Minnesota. Just short week for both teams, so I would give my edge to Minnesota here. I haven't bet anything on this game, but like I that makes me like first half Vikings. What money
Yeah.
line -2, something like that. Yeah, I think I might have to like I'm gonna write that down real quick before I don't forget. But I like Minnesota first half as definitely a solid lean. Haven't gotten there with a play yet, but that's definitely would be my side here if I had to pick. You want to move on to the next game?
Yeah.
All right. Dallas half touchdown favorite against a surging football team, literally football team. This is a really good game. The football team have won what is it now? Four straight.
Four in a
They
row.
yeah. So and they're coming for the Cowboys spot. I think they're a game and a half or two games up on them. So this game has a lot of implications for the postseason for the NFC East. NFC East. I mean, it's crazy now that there's seven teams in the playoff. It's usually just a one team one postseason team per division type division. It's not that, but this year could be two because there's that extra slot. So it's obviously in uh, Landover, Maryland. So what are you thinking? What do you think's gonna happen?
Um, I mean, this is a huge divisional game for both teams. Um, the football team's hot, so I think honestly, if I were to have to bet this game, I would probably sprinkle some on either Washington plus 4.5 or just throw a little bit on their money line. Like I don't like the Cowboys that much to where
Hmm.
I'm 100% confident they'll cover the spread. I think they'll win, but if I had to put money on it, I'd put it on Washington personally.
So let's look at Washington's recent schedule. Washington football team because I want to do a little bit of brainstorming on this show too because it's Wednesday rather than Thursday where we have more picks locked in. So they beat the Seahawks. I mean Raiders, Seahawks, Panthers, Bucks. The thing that impresses me the most is obviously the Bucks. And
Yeah.
then they beat the Panthers team. Was an emotional game. Cam's first game doesn't do much for me. Seahawks, a very injured Russell Wilson, literally couldn't do anything. Raiders in Vegas. Okay, I like that. But I like the Cowboys here, man. I like the Cowboys here. I don't think the football team have done enough for me yet to feel like I know they're underdogs, but I think the Cowboys cover this spread. I already bet the Cowboys -4. It's up to 4.5 now. So I just feel like this is like a buckle down spot. Like we need to win. We're the better. We know we're the better team. Let's get after it. Let's win the division, and it starts now. Because what's there 3-4 weeks left? And
Yeah.
like
I mean, that's
I see
fair.
it.
I'm not like
I see a
I
chat. It
don't
says
disagree with that either.
17 points won't get it done, and like that's right. 17. They're gonna
That's
need to
true.
score more than 17 points on the Cowboys to beat them. I do like Cowboys this week. You like the Redskins, and we'll see who comes out on top. All right, Raiders head to the Chiefs. Raiders are definitely coming for blood after them after that performance they put up against the Chiefs last time. They got blown out and they were in it early. It was in Vegas, yeah, but Chiefs are surging. What do you like here?
I like the Chiefs here. It's in Arrowhead, which is never an easy spot to play. And personally, I think the Chiefs have more riding on the back half of the season than the Raiders. I mean, I know the Raiders are fighting for a playoff spot, but the Chiefs are fighting for a seed, which with 7 teams in the playoff, a seed this year is huge compared to like what it may have been if last year. So I think the Chiefs are going to come out hot. I mean, they won last week, didn't score the amount of points that they can, but I like the Chiefs here. 9.5 points, yeah, it's a lot, but maybe a first half money line. But I like the Chiefs.
Let's look at what the Raiders have done since the crash, since Gruden left, since all the stuff has gone down with the Raiders. I believe this was their first week. It was one of these 2 weeks. Was their first weeks with their new coach after Gruden got fired, and then the Henry Ruggs crash happened before this Giants game. Lost to the Giants. Didn't went like 0 for 5 in the red zone. Got blown out by the Chiefs. Got blown out by the Raiders. The refs kind of helped them win this
Bengals.
game, turned it around, and then they lost to the Redskins at home in a game they probably could have won, and now they have to go back into Arrowhead against a surging Chiefs team. I just feel like it's kind of unraveled for the Raiders, and like it does
Yeah,
every single year, they show their flash early, and then towards the middle they
it's
just
so
lag out.
true.
Yeah, I mean it is a divisional game. They always play the Chiefs tough. The Chiefs don't cover spreads notoriously. I'm gonna be passing this game. I already know I'm gonna be passing this game because I won't be surprised if it is close. But if I had to give a lean, I would definitely go with KC laying the 9.5. All right, we'll move on to should be another awesome game. Hopefully, it's a little bit like more pleasing to watch than the last time these two played. What was that 2 weeks ago? Like 10
Oh yeah,
turnovers. So what did Lamar throw? 4 interceptions, I think, last time they
four
played,
picks.
and they still won the game.
Yeah, which is crazy. There's no way you
I
should win a game with four.
right.
I think maybe
Like
even five turnovers.
I doubt. Okay, I'm going to guarantee that Lamar Jackson does not throw 4 interceptions again. I'm going to guarantee it. Um,
Yeah,
that was a week after he was. I don't think he had COVID, but he was sick. He missed a week, and the only other time he missed a week from being sick was last year. And that first week back, he also shit the bed. He's got another week under his belt. They're at the Browns. I mean, obviously the Browns are going to want revenge, but I feel like the Ravens are so much better of a football team than them, and I like them
yeah,
to win here outright.
yeah. I
Love
like
that.
Brian said Ravens money line, 100%. I'm definitely going to be betting that. I think they're going to blow them out too. Honestly, I know it's a divisional game. I know it's late in the year, but the Browns are
A
becoming
mess.
like a bad football team. So
Yeah, which is sad.
the fact that they're, I get the fact that they're favorite here is kind of surprising me, but I guess it's just because the way the Ravens have
It's
been playing.
home field, and the Ravens are really banged up. Brian just said
Yeah.
they lost Marlon
Oh,
Humphrey.
Marlon
Yeah, he's out for
Humphrey.
the year,
Yeah.
and they got other guys too that are banged up. I already took the two and a
Okay.
half.
Yeah, maybe not a blowout. I might take that back, but definitely gonna put money on the Ravens money line.
Yeah, I already took 2.5. So we both like the Ravens here.
Yeah.
But I don't know. It's gonna be a good game. All of these teams in the AFC North are live. All of them are
Yeah.
live.
They're
So it's
very
gonna be an
live.
interesting race, and this is gonna. I even though the Ravens beat them 2 weeks ago, and they played bad. This is a game that I feel like in the past they wouldn't win just because it's off like 3 weeks apart. But I feel like they realize how bad they played. They know that we're not a lock to win this division. We're not a lock to make the playoffs. All these teams are live. We got to go. So I think the Ravens head into Cleveland and get it done. Want to move on to the next game?
Yeah, I agree with that.
All right. Jacksonville, I feel like they've officially quit. Head to Tennessee and a Tennessee team who is very weird, awesome, bad, awesome, bad. But off of a loss and a bye, I believe. A loss by loss, I believe. So I already bet the Titans at -9. Just because I
Did
feel
you
like the
really?
Jaguars Titans -9 are at home. They lost at home to the Texans in an embarrassing game. They probably should have walked over them, and they probably just overlooked them. And I feel like they're not going to make that mistake again. They're far better than 9 points better than this Jaguars team who just went West Coast. Now they're back home and back on the road. What are you thinking?
I mean, the Titans are. I mean, I'd bet them to win this game, but I don't know, dude. This is just a
Divisional
game
game,
that
you're
I
right.
would. This is just a game I'd pass. Like, I'm not
Mm-hmm.
saying they won't cover the spread because they so easily could, but I just don't feel that confidence in it. It's one that I'll pass, but it's not like I'm mad that you bet -9 because easily could cover.
Yeah, I mean, we saw what the Rams did to them. Obviously, I think the Rams are better than the Titans, which isn't like a very popular take. I mean, I feel like a lot of people would you can have an argument over who's better, the
It's
Titans or the Rams, but I feel you saw what the Rams did to them last week, as in the
yeah. I
Jaguars.
mean, yeah.
They're
The Jaguars
easily
seem
they
like they're
won't
playing for a draft pick now.
as they should be. So
Yeah.
I think the Titans will cover, get back on because they're still on the hunt for the 1 seed. Like it's right,
Yeah.
yeah.
I mean, yeah, but without Derrick Henry, I don't know how competitive they are in that category at this point.
Well, I'm not saying I don't think the Titans will win the Super Bowl, but and especially not having Derrick Henry, they're gonna need any edge they get. And let's look at their schedule real quick to see
I am actually right now, and they
what do they got
have a good chance.
to
They
make the
got
1 seed.
they got Jags, Steelers, Niners, which is tough, but then they finish with Dolphins and Texans, which they easily can just walk over. Although
Jags,
Dolphins are
Steelers.
playing well.
I feel if they go
Like they
4-1 in
can
those
win
games,
out.
if they go 4-1, I think they could get the 1 seed just based on how everything
Yeah.
else will shake up. Yeah, so the Jaguars still control their own destiny. They still got high hopes ahead of them. So I like the Jaguars here. I mean the Titans here in this spot. Will Henry return? I saw something like week 17 or week 1 of the playoffs, something like that. But I'm not the Derrick Henry injury report guy, so don't hold me to that. All right, we'll move on to the next game. Seahawks, who I think they're still a good football team. Russ just came back literally 3 weeks too early and looked horrible. Head to the road,
Yeah.
Texans off of a very good win against the 49ers at home. Texans, another team who I feel like has mailed it in. What's your thoughts here?
Yeah, I mean, I like the Seahawks here.
They have
I
to win out.
wish.
Seahawks have to win out. If they want
Oh
any
yeah,
chance.
yeah. If they want any chance, they have to win out. But I mean, they're definitely gonna win the game. There's no doubt in my mind.
Mm-hmm.
They probably do cover this too. Honestly,
So put
Texans
your
are
life
bad.
savings on Seahawks money line. You won't.
Yeah, honestly,
No, you won't do it. That's the
I'll.
thing.
No, I mean, I don't think I'd ever gamble that much money, but I definitely. I
Definitely
don't
want
know.
to. You definitely want to.
Yeah, it's something. If I had a boatload of money, I would definitely just put a lot of it on there.
Dude, the Seahawks are literally second to last place in the NFC. They're 4-8, but they're only 2 games out of the playoffs. So they need a lot.
Damn,
They need a
that's
lot of
wild.
shit to happen, and Brian said Seahawks
Yeah.
-6.5 by the points, but which I think they'll cover. I think they'll cover the 7.5. I'll look at their schedule right now.
Brian, I do kind of like that. Just so that the 7.5 is always
Is what's
scary to
getting you?
me. Just
All right, they got
because
Texans, Rams, Bears, Lions, Cardinals. That's not really favorable, but they have to win all those games, and they could. That's the thing. They could. This could be Pete Carroll's last season too. And imagine they go out in a bang. I don't know, I feel like I don't think they're going to, but they definitely could win out and starts here. So I feel like they know what they have to do. All right, we'll move on to next game. The Saints head to Jersey and play. This is an ugly game. Taysom Hill, I believe, is still going to be under center for New Orleans, and he hasn't really looked great, and he's getting paid. So good for you, Taysom. Yeah, I don't really care for this game. I don't really want to talk about this game. What do you think is going to happen?
I mean, yeah, I don't know. The Saints are gonna win, but like,
I can easily see this like
dumb game.
I can easily just seeing this game be like 16 to like 12, some shit like that.
Yeah,
like something
16
so
to 12.
dumb.
But for some reason, Taysom Hill puts up like 25 fantasy points.
Yeah, the under. Brian said under. Hell yes.
Oh yeah.
This game is going so far into the total. Actually,
sure.
I don't really. Bet
I'm gonna tease this under.
With the Saints? No, don't do the Saints. Tease it with the
no. Like the game under. Like I'm gonna tease the under, probably just with different games.
I know who you're gonna tease it with. See. I'm gonna tell you right now. I'm actually gonna go to the game right now. I'm gonna skip to it. You're gonna tease it with the Broncos minus 2.5.
100% gonna tease it with that.
And also, I think I'm gonna bet Broncos first half. Broncos off of a loss that they didn't really look competitive in, but they're still a semi-competitive team. Head to the Lions off of their Super Bowl. They won a game at home. Now they're heading on their road. Yeah, that basically sums up my take on this game. What are you thinking?
Yeah,
that's your teaser.
Yeah. Also, maybe Cowboys.
Cowboys, no.
Plus 6.5. You don't like that?
Oh, and a 10-point?
Yeah. Two-team 10-point.
Yeah, I thought you were saying like 6 point.
2-team.
Yeah, I agree. 10-point for sure. That's gonna hit for sure. All right. Falcons head to the Panthers. I don't think the Panthers should be favored versus anyone right now.
Me neither.
But I'm not gonna bet on the Falcons. But
I actually am. Like, I'm gonna bet Falcons money line. I might even make like a money line parlay, like Washington Falcons.
Oh, a little hungry dogs parlay.
Yeah, like a little underdog parlay and Ravens. Easy. That definitely might hit.
I have a hungry dogs parlay going today in college basketball. Six teams, $20 for like 7K. It's like kind of dumb.
I love it. I love it.
I had to let it go. So yeah, we should talk about this game a little bit. Cordell Patterson over everything. Yes, he's their team. Cordell Patterson over tackles if he plays defense. Cordell Patterson.
They literally have him at reserve safety.
I know, you told me that. Crazy.
I just can't get over it.
I just don't think the Panthers should be favored versus anyone. That's my take on this game. I don't think the Panthers should be favored versus anyone right now. The way they are, they just fired Joe Brady. I feel like they're in searching mode. Like, get to next season. I wanted them to make the 7 seed, even though like they weren't going to win anything. I wanted them to make the playoffs, but that was just a fever dream. That should be done. Let's get on to next season. Like, keep pounding. Yeah. That's all I have to say. But you like the Falcons, so we'll see how that goes.
Yeah, if I had to pick a team.
All right. Giants head to Los Angeles. Jake Fromm under center. Jake Fromm?
I love that. I'm so happy about that, dude. When I saw that, I literally went crazy.
I think Daniel Jones is still questionable, but Jake Fromm on possibly starting. Yeah, Daniel Jones. Yeah, Giants prepping QB Jake Fromm to start. Glennon's out. I know Glennon's out, but I think Daniel Jones is like fringe could start. But I would love to see Jake Fromm play. Like, that would be sick.
I would love to.
I would
love if they gave him a shot, dude.
But if he plays, I feel like Chargers minus 10.
Oh yeah. I mean, the Chargers are gonna do that. They should. They have to. They're one of those teams that just have to keep winning if they want a good playoff spot.
We talked last week, and I told you I love the Chargers +3 against the Bengals last week. I didn't bet it, sadly, but they killed. And the Chargers are a volatile team. Like, they kill teams, and then they look horrible in a few weeks after.
Yeah.
But if Daniel Jones was starting, first of all, the spread wouldn't be 10 and would be more like 7.5, 8. But I probably like the Giants because Daniel Jones just performs on the road, and the Giants are a gritty team on the road, and they have a solid defense. But if Jake Fromm's under center, Chargers should have no problem scoring enough points and keeping the Giants off the scoreboard to cover that 10. So yeah, just look in the news.
Mike Williams is out. Mike Williams is out too for the
that
Chargers.
doesn't do much for me. Like
Really?
No, they have so many offensive weapons. And if it's more about the Giants not scoring than the Chargers scoring enough points to cover that, and I feel like they'll be able to do that with Jake Fromm under center.
That's fair.
But
one thing I will say though, like I like to bet, but I definitely will wait until almost game time to bet it.
For sure,
Just
I
to
would.
get
Yeah, I would say
touchdown
monitor
out.
this game if Fromm is a go. Hammer Chargers -10. If for some reason the spread stays where it is and Daniel Jones gets the nod, I would literally bet Giants +10 because I feel like he'll have them like live in this game. So
That's fair.
we will move on to we already did that game. Bills head to Tampa. Tough spot for the Bills, man. I feel like they gotta go. Like they're not in the playoffs yet. They're gonna make the playoffs, but they gotta go. And this is not a game where they
gotta do it.
This is not a good spot. Like off of a crazy loss to the Patriots in the snow. Now at least they had the warm weather, but like it's not like they're playing a Bucks team who's coasting. Like the Bucks team is also like they got to win too. Like there's no like this is gonna be a solid game. I feel like the spread is pretty fair. It could come down to the wire, but
I think that's fair.
I don't know. I'm not gonna pick a side because I wouldn't be surprised if any team wins this game. What about you?
I kind of feel the same way.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, I don't, because it could go either way.
I agree. This is a tough one. Let's look at these schedules because we can't give the people nothing. We can't give the people
Fair
nothing.
Fair enough.
Bucks. Let's look at the Bucks real quick.
I'll look at Bills. You look at Bucks.
I'm gonna share it. All right. Bucks just beat the Falcons by 13, but the Falcons should have covered that spread. They didn't. Beat the Colts in an awesome win. Beat the Giants. They're kind of rolling again after that like little blip. They're kind of rolling again, but now they get the Bills. I don't know.
That is tough. The Colts win is huge.
Colts win's huge.
The other two wins don't really impress me at all. But
yeah,
look at the Bills.
Just got fucked up by the Colts. Beat the Saints without a quarterback and lost to the Pats. I'd probably have to lean the Pats -3.5. Like honestly,
Bucks.
Taking a Tom Brady.
Yeah,
Bucks -3.5. I definitely.
Plus, if we look at Tom Brady late in the season,
that's
when
crazy,
he really wants to turn it on, he can turn it on. Yeah. So.
Yeah, so I would definitely have to go with the Bucks.
I do like the Bucks here.
All right, Niners 1.5 favorites at the Bengals. Both of these teams off of kind of ugly losses.
Mm-hmm.
I think this is a good offense versus good defense, and I'm gonna have to give the edge to the Bengals because they're at home. Good offense versus good defense, plus the home field, plus the 1.5. I think Bengals plus 1.5 could be a live play. Jimmy Garoppolo and the 49ers offense, they're still kind of banged up. They don't really do much for me. Bengals defense doesn't do much for me right now at this point in the season. But 49ers defense, they move the needle a little bit, and the Bengals offense, they move the needle a little bit. So I think it's an even matchup. Plus with those two outliers I just said, I would have to go with the Bengals.
Agreed. I'll probably throw the Bengals in my underdog money line.
Yeah.
Parlay. 4 teams. Gotta come up on a bag.
That'll play like 6-1. All right, we'll move on to Sunday Night Football. We have what do we have? We have the
biggest
Bears.
Rivalry in sports. Second biggest.
Bears head to Green Bay. Little NFC North showdown. Justin Fields, I think, is a go. What's your take here?
I like the Packers,
to
but
cover.
that's a lot of points. I
I
don't
don't think they'll
know. That's a
cover.
lot of points. Yeah, Sunday night divisional game.
Yeah. I mean,
Nah, they're
but
not
what
gonna.
has Aaron Rodgers done his whole career? Embarrass Chicago, embarrass his division. I feel like if he
He owns
wants to cover this,
Chicago.
he will. If he wants to cover this, he will. But if he wants to make this a fun game, he also will do that. Because I could just see Aaron Rodgers waiting until like the third quarter, fourth quarter to turn it on, and then just like be like, "Wow, this is Aaron Rodgers' time." So I would have to lean
Yeah.
to Chicago with the points. Wow,
Yeah, if I had to
just kidding.
pick a spread, I would definitely pick the Packers. Like I don't think I'd ever put money on the Bears this
Right?
year. But plus, I mean,
Yeah,
yeah, the Packers are in that NFC 1 seed race. So
I hope they get it, man. Because if they get the 1 seed, playoffs will go through Green Bay. They'll make the Super Bowl, and then I'll be able to hedge my future, or they'll just win it. Let's go Packers. I'm not gonna bet this game, but Packers are
go
gonna
Pack
win.
go,
All
as the
right,
great Little Wayne says.
Sunday Night Football already has been my
I already
biggest
know
bet
what you're
of the
on.
week. Rams +3. I bet it for 2 units already. Well, it's 2 now, but I got it Rams +3. I just feel like the books are respecting the Cardinals a little bit too much. Kyler hasn't played in 4 weeks. He played 1 week against a really bad Bears team. Looked good, but he hasn't played anyone as up to par as the Rams, who proved that they're still live and still are the team that could win the Super Bowl. What are you thinking?
Yeah, Rams definitely Super Bowl contenders. Cardinals are too, but I agree with like it comes down to the experience late in the year. Kind of look at like who's under center, who's guiding the teams, who's been there, and it's like Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford, or Kyler Murray, and it's like if the Rams are an underdog, like you got to bet on the Rams as an underdog.
Right.
Like you're
You
not
don't
gonna
get that
get
very
that too
often.
much.
Just like I said
So
last week, you don't get Bama as an underdog too much, and
exactly.
exactly. And
So I would agree with the Rams +2 here. I like it.
yeah, I forgot what I was gonna say. It was definitely a key point for this game. But yeah, Rams. I got them +3 already. I like them. I think they win this game. They could win this game by like 7+, maybe a little alt spread action. But I do like the Rams to win on the road, take back control of the division, and get onto it. But this is a big spot for the Rams. I think they'll perform. That is all the games. Mason, you have any other final thoughts?
No, yeah, that's pretty good. Pretty
All right,
efficient.
yeah, we went through all the games. 28 minutes. Thank you guys for joining us again. We'll be back next week. I got a college basketball show Friday night, most likely. And yeah, have a good weekend, everyone. DM college basketball package is going absolutely crazy. Hit the DMs, and we'll see you guys next week.